710 ESPN Seattle presents Brock and Salk's Wrap Up.
Powered by the law offices of Heidi Hunt.
Hey, welcome to the warm-up. Kevin Calabro, Jim Moore, the go-to guy. We're on today from 3 until 4:30. We have the national championship game, the BCS, between LSU and Alabama. Nobody's talking about that, though. They're all talking Tebow today. Absolutely, Tim Tebow. The game that both Jim and I missed yesterday. I was doing a game, and you were taking care of domestic chores, right?
Yeah, I was over in Pullman and then driving across, probably right around between Washtucken and Royal City. I got the Tebow text from you and from Jessamine.
So were you shocked when you got the Tebow text from me and Jessamine?
Well, I was, very surprised, if not shocked, because I watched the first quarter and a half, and Tebow looked like Tebow looks.
Yeah.
And then, actually, he threw a couple. He had a touchdown. When I left, it was 7-6.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a fluke, that first drive.
Yeah.
Because he had that long pass to the left sideline. The guy got it, good coverage. And then the long one to the right, good coverage. I just thought that was an aberration, as they say. But
it was
turns
enough
out
to,
it wasn't.
It was enough to kickstart him. Apparently, he really got it going with, and then they put 20 on the board in the second quarter, right?
Yeah.
I thought the key to the game, just looking at the stats, and then obviously all the highlights and everything, and all the breakdown that's been going on all day today, was turnovers. I mean, they lost the last 3 games of the year because they turned the ball over. They got clobbered, of course, at Buffalo. They were outscored by Kansas City 7-3. New England beat them pretty handily, even though they did put up some impressive numbers. But they turned the ball over one time. McGahee fumbled one time, and there were no sacks. They sacked Roethlisberger 5 times and intercepted him as well yesterday. That I thought was the key, is the defense. It was, okay, everybody gets caught up in Tebow. He was great yesterday. Take nothing against him. 10 catches, 316 yards for an average of 31.6. Can we say Tebow 316?
His rating was 97.6.
And 97 in the playoff. But I thought it was just a total team effort yesterday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And look, I don't want to diminish anything that Denver did by saying, well, Pittsburgh was missing this guy, because Mike Tomlin was the first guy to come out in the press conference and say, injuries are no excuse. They outperformed us. I thought that was big of him to say that.
You know what really surprised me? I thought the one quote of the week before the game, the Elway one about wanting Tebow to pull the trigger. I thought going in that was going to be bad news for Denver, because I didn't think that Tebow's the kind of guy you want to be trying to throw it deep against that Pittsburgh secondary, and it paid off, though.
Well, the reason he said, and we talked about this, the reason he said that is because his feeling was Pittsburgh was just going to load up. I mean, they were going to load up the box with 8 guys, because they had to stop that run first, stop McGahee yesterday. Sure enough, they did, but those 2 passes, I really thought got Tebow going. 10, imagine that, 10 throws, an average of 31.6 per throw.
And if you look at the first quarter stats, like I did, that was when I left. I mean, they showed the stats. It was so dominated by Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
It was, Pittsburgh at one point had, I think, 12 offensive plays, and Denver had 10 yards. And then it just went completely the opposite direction after that.
Did you hear that Austin Seferian-Jenkins is going to play Washington basketball?
I did hear that.
I don't know why.
I think that's great.
I don't.
Why? You're worried about him getting injured?
Here's a next-level pro player, football player. He could be a Gonzalez. He could be an Antonio Gates, a guy with that kind of size, the ability to handle it and do those kinds of things. And I know those guys played college basketball. I get that. Jimmy Graham played college basketball as well at Miami. But I think they were basketball. I could be wrong about this, but it just seems to me Gonzalez was sort of a basketball guy first, football second. This is a kid that's been stamped for greatness in football. He doesn't need to play basketball.
I'll bet Sarkisian. I'll bet you there's a statement being issued by the University of Washington right now. And in that statement, Sarkisian will say something about, well, we wish him well, good for him, 2 sports, all this. Privately, what do you think he's saying? Are you kidding? What's he doing? He's probably talking to Doug Nussmeier and saying, man, we don't need this. You're right. But if you're the kid, how much fun is that for him?
It's fun. It's fun.
And Lorenzo could use him.
He could. He could. Although they are 3-1 and coming back home with a game against Washington State, a team that is really hurting right now.
Oh,
It's a great opportunity for the Huskies.
Yeah, how about that matchup? Brock Modem against Safarian Jenkins. What do you think?
I like that matchup. Think about that one. How about Charlie Inquist and Sean Kemp Jr.? Now there's a compelling matchup. We got it for you today at 3.